A 9-month-old pregnant woman at Bolgatanga is traumatized by the stigma she says she has faced after becoming the first patient to test positive for the coronavirus in the Upper East region. Matilda Agamu has now been officially declared recovered from the virus after she tested negative a month after. But she is unable to open her shop and trade because the other traders at the market stigmatize and openly abuse her anytime she shows up there. Narrating her ordeal to correspondent Albesori, the 34-year-old mother who is expecting her third child any moment from now, said even her 8-year-old daughter was pelted with stones by other children in the community, whilst the adults stood by and looked on without rescuing the helpless girl. More in this report by Albesori.
Matilda boldly declined when I offered to hide her identity for the purpose of this story. I have nothing to hide, and my identity is already public knowledge, she said. A little over a month ago, a pregnant Matilda was ill and was admitted at the Bolgatanga Hospital's maternity ward. She had sore throat and was showing other symptoms of the coronavirus. She later tested positive for the virus, becoming the first COVID-19 patient in the Upper East region. Matilda recounts her identity and the results of her coronavirus test somehow made it into the public domain.
Immediately my results also came out. I don't know what happened. Someone quickly posted my husband and I on Facebook and told them that we've run away and we are having the virus. Till date, even my family is still searching for the person. We don't even know whether it's a male or female. So the whole news spread in, I can say, the whole Upper East.
This was how people within and outside the community began to stigmatize Matilda and the rest of her family. First, while Matilda was still in isolation at the treatment center, her 8-year-old daughter was put through a rather painful ordeal.
They stoned my daughter. The community, it was dry okra they asked her to buy. When she just left the house, they started stoning her, and even mothers were sitting under their trees watching children to stone their fellow colleague, that she's suffering from COVID-19. She was crying, and this continued, and she has to run for her life. She wept. She wept bitterly. She wept bitterly, and the word that came out from her mouth was that she prays that Mama should come out from this, so that the enemy will be ashamed of themselves.
When Matilda recovered from the virus and was discharged from the hospital, she was also met with stigmatization.
When they heard that I've been discharged, I sit in the market to sell. And then they called and told me that I shouldn't come and sit with them, if not that they won't get customers because of my sickness. And even when that thing happened, someone went to the market and told them that this is what I'm suffering from, so they shouldn't allow me to come and sell. I made someone to go and sit there. The person went there, and then the people would just come and say, the woman is suffering from COVID-19 and you are sitting in his container. You won't go home, you'll be affected. So because of the anger, she locked the place and also went to the village. That's my younger sister.
Matilda and her husband are both traders. The husband has also tested positive for the coronavirus and is currently in isolation at the treatment center at the Bolgatanga Hospital. This has resulted in some financial difficulties for Matilda's family, because with all that has gone on in the last 1 month, they have not been able to engage in their trading activities.
Now my container is locked up. I can't go to my shop, and I can also go to the market. And I'm now 38 weeks. Yes, pregnancy. I'm 38 weeks. So any moment from now, I will be put into bed. And I do not even prepare anything. So right now, I'm appealing to everyone to come and support me, either in finances, including whatever you have. You support. You are not supporting me, but you have to support the baby. And the baby is innocent. And the baby is for God and for all of us.
Matilda has now tested negative for the coronavirus, declared recovered by the Ghana Health Service, and discharged. But her story leaves some questions begging for answers. For instance, how seriously are healthcare personnel treating the issue of respecting the confidentiality of patients in the wake of this coronavirus pandemic? And with all the education going on about the coronavirus, how much of the education is addressing the issue of stigmatization? For Joy News, Albert Sori, reporting from Bolgatanga.
Disturbing situation. Now here is a pregnant woman who will be having her child any moment from now, and as she puts it, the child is innocent, but if the mother is stigmatized, it certainly will trickle down. Let's get to the upper east region and talk to Albert Sori, what authorities there are doing about this situation. Are they even reaching out to this woman? Albert, thank you for that story. Now tell us, is there any way that this woman can get the kind of support and will even be used for educational purposes in terms of stigmatization? Have the regional authorities made any such indication?
Yes, so when we spoke to her for the story, she said that the doctors and the people who took care of her at the hospital have been supportive, but that is only emotionally. They called to check up on her and to encourage her and all of that. The only time she had any physical support was when she was still at the isolation center. They brought some food stuff for her family who were back home and all that. But as we speak, the situation, is one of financial difficulty for her and the family at the moment.
Well, so how did her details go out? Is there an investigation, for example?
That is still the difficult issue. Remember when we first talked about the first COVID-19 case in the Upper East region, I did indicate that there were complaints from a lot of people in the general public who had concerns when the names of people who had submitted samples for testing for COVID-19 were circulated on a social media platform. Now, this document had the names of the people and the test results on it, including this woman's name. In fact, one of them actually called me personally to complain about it.
Right.
And the explanation the health authorities gave were that they did not know where the leak came from.
All right.
But you get the sense that there is a health service platform where the document was first shared, and that is where the document is suspected to have leaked in the first place. Now, the other thing is that this woman apparently was already known by some people in the hospital. So the first time she was told that she had the virus, even when her test results were not out and they suspected her, it's like people started already spreading the rumor that they had seen her, and this was what she was suspected of. So when the results were finally confirmed, the news went out. And so that is how she thinks or suspects that her identity and her results were leaked.
Albert, I'll say a very, very big thanks, but we certainly need to get to the authorities to find out how this woman can be supported and how perhaps this issue of stigmatization, perhaps her story can be used to deal with the issue of this stigmatization in the region. Thank you. Albert, sorry with that report there. Do not stigmatize persons. In fact, she has been declared recovered. So there's really no point in making her, feel so left out. You're still watching The Pulse with me, Gifty and Pia. I'm hoping and looking forward to take some of your messages. Let's take a very quick break and we'll be right back.